Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Dina and this is my YouTube channel about my cross stitch journey. I have just completed Stitch Mania through the month of May, and now I am excited that I have started my month of June stitching, and I'll be happy to share with you a little bit about my plans for the month of June. My first plan was to go back through my Facebook groups and capture stitch-alongs from prompts that they put out, and these are usually one day. Some are a month long, but most of them are one day that I participate in. And the first one that came up was from June 1st through the 3rd, and it's called a one in a series sal. It's with Cross Stitch Finish Line, and what you're to do is to pick one of your projects that's a series of patterns, and to pick one, the next one, and or one you're working on, and stitch on it. So I'm doing a series. I'm doing a couple of series. I'm doing Hands-On Design 12 Days of Christmas series, and I'm also doing Advent Animals. Well, there's a lot more of the Advent Animals that I've got to get done, so I decided to make that my one in a series start for the first. And the next one in line is Colin, Cardinal. Isn't he cute? Well, you can really pick up a lot more on these things when you're stitching them than when you just look at them online. So that's kind of cute. So I'll tell you something. Colin has chosen poorly for his birdhouse, because this is a gingerbread house. It's all decorated up. You've got the gumdrops on the roof. You've got the icing piped on the front. You've got the crushed peppermint candies all on the side, or either they're on the side and all you're seeing is, the side of them. But anyway, it'll be a good house for a few moments, I guess. Maybe he's gonna eat it, I don't know. But I will tell you, this one was a lot of stitching. Most of these have been anywhere from 800 to 900 and something stitches, roughly. This one was over 1100 stitches when I counted them up. So a lot more heavy stitching in here, probably because of all these decorations and the solid house and all of that. But it took me 2 days to get that done. Didn't get far on June 1st at all. Mainly because our puppy was stung. We're not sure what stung her. We know she was laying in the grass, so it could have been a yellow jacket, because they like to, have their nest in the ground. But she jumped sky high and yelped like crazy, and we found the whelp on her little leg, and so she wanted to be cuddled and loved on a lot on the first. So I didn't get as much stitching time as I really would have liked. So I had to wait to finish it till today. So it did take me 2 days to get this one done. I think it would have anyway, because there's so many stitches in it. But here is my Colin Cardinal. I really, really think it pops beautifully on this fabric. I really do. And I'm really glad that there was so little back stitching in it because there was so much stitching. But I made a few changes. For instance, the beak color, the yellowish color. The pattern calls for this gumdrop up here to be that yellow color, but it's not on this side. And I didn't like that, because it didn't use the light green on this side, but it used the yellow instead. And I like things more balanced than that. So I just used the green up here, and I kept all the same colors then on the roof. So that was the biggest change I made. This also called for a brown that I had to pull out of my one of my project bags for the last one that I worked on, Sophie Squirrel, and I had already put it away, well, because it has to stay with that project. So I had to go borrow it again today. It's the dark brown on the roof. It's 300. So tomorrow I think I'm gonna pick me up a skein of 300 if I get to go out. and put it in this, because obviously I'm going to be using it from now on. But I think it's really cute. I did the couching method for the icing. I did them as long as I could because I want it to look like piping. I don't want it to look like backstitching. I wanted it to look like it was just laying on top of the threads, like a piped line of icing. So anyway, I think he turned out just fine. There's Colin Cardinal, and he's number 13 in my Advent Animals. So there you have it. June has started, and my first stitch along for a prompt with my Facebook group has been completed, and I will pick up tomorrow and check my calendar and see what else I'm working on. My plans are to complete as much as possible the starts that I can finish in the month of June. My Maynia starts, so you'll get to see several of those again this month because I'm hoping to knock them out. I may not work on anything Christmas in the month of June because I'm going to give it so much time in the month of July. And I'm also going to have to work on my gift stitch, the Friends gift stitch every month, because no matter what I'm doing, because I have to do that to finish it in time. So I guess June may see a good bit of concentrated work on pieces that are close to finishes, pieces that I think I could finish in 1, 2, or 3 days, because my true goal is to use June as a preparation month to get rid of some whips, because July is coming and I'm going to do Christmas in July, Jolly July. So I want to get some of those whips back down to a lower number so that I can see how many of my Christmas starts I get to do. So you'll see, and I'll share that with you probably by the middle of June. I'll have it ironed out, but that's what I'm about to start. So you may get to see some newer pieces right away, and hopefully that they'll be finished. That's my plan anyway. Well, I'm going to let you get back to stitching, and I'm going to head to bed. It is very late, and I need to get up early in the morning, so I will feel this tomorrow. I hope you guys are having a good month already. I hope it's gotten off to a good start. I hope you're healthy and well, and I hope you're recovering from Maynia. I'll talk to you soon. Good night. Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Dina, and today is June 4th, and I am back for an update on my stitching progress post-Maynia. So yesterday I went in and picked up one of my Maynia whips that I hoped that I could get to a finish, and I did. So this is the one that I chose to work on. This is Beg, and it's a great little kit by Joan Elliott, and I just loved it. I thought it was great fun. I sorted my floss on some little thread drops that I made, and I had started it in Maynia, and I got quite a bit done on the little puppy dog in Maynia. And then yesterday when I picked it back up, I was able to finish all of the cross stitching in the dog and start on the floor. And then this morning when I was able to start stitching again, I was able to finish this piece. Now, I will tell you this, I left the border off because I'm going to be framing mine, and I think the frame will take care of it. So I didn't do that little strip around, but this is what mine looks like, and I just took it off the Q-snap, so I apologize that I haven't ironed it yet, but I wanted you to see it. So cute when all else fails, Beg. And this has been personalized for Coco because she does beg. Unfortunately, she begs. And she likes to beg from me. I'm the soft touch, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to frame this myself. Can't wait to measure it up and see what size frame I need and see if I've got anything in my stash. And if not, you know, I'll find something really soon and get that one fully finished. But there's another Maynia start finished. I'm so excited. Well, the other thing I got excited about today is that I have Happy Mail. I had a thank you in the mail from one of my recent winners of one of my giveaways, and Vicki sent me this lovely card. And you'll notice it's like either a Memorial Day parade or a 4th of July parade, but it's perfect for this time of year. And so is this. This is what she made me. What a great thank you. Hey Pam, you see this one? I bet you've got one very much like it, but I didn't have one like it. And so I'm so excited. And if you recall, I have a patriotic whip that I started in Maynia called Brave Flags. And so I will be transferring it to this today, but I had to share this with you before I could do that. In addition to this bag, Vicki sent me some little notions, and I would share them with you, but I'm already using them, so which we're not supposed to do, but I am, and I'm so tickled. So Vicki, thank you so much. You were so thoughtful, and it really was not expected or necessary, but I'm very, very grateful for you for doing it. Now, I do have one piece of haul. It came in yesterday, so I want to share it with you today. I mentioned previously that Julie McConnell is quite the enabler, and that I had watched one of her charts of the day videos, and that one of the alternate fabrics that she pointed out just I thought was stunning. And I called her immediately and ordered it, and it came in yesterday. So this is Tin Roof Gingham. Isn't that lovely? It has a little bit of a green tint in the fabric, and then it has what appears to be more like a brown stripe making the gingham. But it is so neutral, but it has that just a different touch, you know, it just is a little different, and I really like it. I was so thrilled when it came in. In fact, I was talking over Zoom with my friend Glo from Spain when the package arrived, and the reason I got the package is that Coco started barking like crazy, and I went to see what was wrong with her. Glo patiently waited, and when I got back in, I said, I know what this is. I have to open it and show it to you. So Glo got to see it first, but I'm really tickled to be able to put that in my stash. I can't wait to figure out what I want to put on it. Well, I say my June has gotten off to a great start. I started and finished one of the Advent Animals on the 1st and 2nd, and on the 3rd and 4th, I wound up finishing my one of my Maynia starts bag. So doing really well. Very, very pleased with my progress. And I hope I'll get to have a few more of those this month. That would be awesome. But now I have to be disciplined, and I have to pull out Friends, and I have to get that section stitched in Friends. So I may not be back for a day or two until I finish that full coverage section, but as soon as I do, I'll come share it with you. Happy stitching, everyone. I'll see you soon. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Dina, and I'm back today to give you an update on the whip I've been working on for 2 days. It is Saturday, it's June the 6th, and I have just finished a huge goal on one of my whips. This is Friends, and as you may know if you've been watching my channel for very long, this is a gift for a friend of mine named Cheryl, and I've been working on this for some time. And now I need to push this to a finish. So last time I worked on it and got to that second half of the pattern, I decided I was gonna divide this into 6 equal parts and try to get a part stitched every month between June and November so that I'd have time in December to frame it and gift it. Well, in May, I did work on this piece as one of my whips. So I got a little bit of a head start, and I got a little bit of this door over here done. I did a big section of it to meet a goal or a prompt, and then I felt like that was enough of a work on that whip, you know, for Maynia, and I went on to something else because I knew I was going to concentrate on this the next 6 months. So when I picked it up yesterday, I had a section here I needed to do, and I had just a little bit of it started over here. So this was a really good test to see how long it would take. And I had given myself 2 days in my schedule with the understanding that it might take 3, and I had to be willing to give up on the 3rd day, not do what I had scheduled to do if I needed this piece. But my idea was to do my friends near the beginning of the month, every month, so that if I don't finish it in the 2 days allotted for it, I can give it another day, either right then or later in the month. But sometime in the month, I have to finish that section. So this time, I'm really tickled to let you know I finished it in 2 days. So I'm excited. Now, it helps that there are big blocks of color in it. You know, there's a big block of color in here, although the door has all kinds of shading running down through there. But there are some big blocks of color, and this is big blocks of color here. Those are 2 different colors. It's hard for you to tell that, but they're very, very close together. And in fact, one is a blend of 2 colors, and the other one is actually one of those 2 that's in the blend. So I got this section done here, and it actually ends right here where you see this going across. So I color completed what made sense to color complete here. And here, what I did is that I left out this color because it's very prominent in here, and that gives me just a natural feathering, and I just left it there rather than tie it off or just do a, I didn't want to just sharp line there. So I did park another thread, so I have 2 on here now, but anyway, I'm tickled, very tickled. I do want to share with you something interesting. I showed you before the back stitching is an entire page of instructions, and it says to do them in order. And so when I completed the stitching in this, I went and read the back stitching instructions and picked up where I left off, and I was able to back stitch all of this leg and foot right here. And the next one they have is one of her legs, so I'll have to stitch the next section before I can do any more back stitching. But I found it fascinating that the stripes are backstitched in red on top and bottom. This side of the leg is backstitched in this light gray that's on the side over here. This side of the leg is backstitched in this dark color, 898, so that it shows up against that lighter side of the drum. And of course the boot is backstitched in black. So on that one leg are 4 colors of backstitch. That's typical. I'm just letting you know. But it's just gorgeous, and it makes a huge difference. I really liked it. I like the way it's turning out. So pleased with this, and very pleased that I met my goal. And so now I can put this away and straighten up and get ready for what I'm going to work on tomorrow. I haven't looked at my calendar to see what I had proposed. But the other piece of news that I can share with you is that now that I know that I'm going to be able to do each section in 2 to 3 days, I know it's doable, including the back stitch, then I can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief, and I can do a little bit more strategic planning, because I was a little concerned. I want to do Christmas in July, a Jolly July, and this one will fit in that because it's a Christmas present. So, and it is a Christmas picture because it's got the holly and the red berries up here. So it was actually drawn and designed during a Christmas time. So it would fit in there just fine without any trouble. But in order to feel comfortable doing even more starts in July for Christmas in July, I need to get some finishes in June. So I started out well. I finished 2 so far. One was one of the Advent animals that I just wanted to do another one because I had not done as many as I had hoped to. And the second was a finish of one of my Maynia starts. So I'm excited that I got that done. So now I need to go look and see if there's another Maynia start that's close enough to a finish that within a couple of days I could finish it and get it off my list of active whips. I do hope you're having a great start to your month of June. I certainly have been. And have enjoyed a little bit of social time this weekend. Our area is opening up a bit. And so my husband and I went out to dinner with friends last night, and my son and I went to Hobby Lobby today. just a brief trip. He needed some art supplies for a couple of Christmas presents he's working on, and I needed a couple of skeins of floss. So we weren't there very long at all, but it was great to get out. I hope that you're getting to get out a little bit and that you're feeling brave enough to do that. But beyond anything, stay safe. I'll talk to you soon. Happy stitching. Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Dina. Today is Sunday, it's the 6th of June, and this is my update for my cross-stitching progress for the last couple of days. Yesterday, my calendar said I was supposed to work on Sleepy Hollow, and that was for a prompt in one of the Facebook groups. I wasn't in the mood to stitch on Halloween yesterday, and instead I decided I wanted to continue working my plan for June, which is to pick up my Stitch Maynia starts and see if I could work any of them to a finish. So naturally I looked at how far I had gotten on them, and the ones that looked like they could be finished in 1 to 2 days, those are the ones I'm going to tackle first. And I picked up yesterday, Let's Bark. This is an imaginating pattern. It's designed by Ursula Michael. And one of the questions I got on the video where I started this during Maynia was whether or not she had any for cats. And the answer is yes. I went on the website and there's one almost exactly like this, but it's in the shape of a cat and all of the words apply to a cat. So if you're a cat lover, there is one there for you. And if you're a puppy dog lover, this one is for you. And I am going to offer this as a giveaway on my channel. I've stitched it now, and I think it's a quick stitch, it's a fun stitch, and I would love to share it with someone. So I will be happy to pass the stash along on this one. So I'll show you my finish. I decided to stitch mine on an unusual fabric called Basalt. Mine is 32 counts, and it's Lugana, so it's an even weave, and I loved it because to me it looks like a dog has been out in the mud and then shaken it all off, and it's all landed on this fabric, but I just thought it looked precious. So here is my Let's Bark, and you can see on 32 count it's not that large. It's not a big 8 by 10. It's more like a 8 by 8 or, you know, a 5 by 7, somewhere in there. I'll have to measure it out, but it definitely I don't think will require an 8 by 10, but even if it did, that would be okay. I just think it's precious. I have a little bit of fabric left over, which is fun because I may be able to do some Christmas tree ornaments or something for Coco, you know, out of this fabric too, which I think would be great. Anyway, I will share with you that I went and looked today, and this finish is my 7th Maynia finish that were new starts this year in 2020. So I started 20 new things, and I finished 7 of those 20. Today was the 7th one. The other finish I had in June was actually an older Maynia start from 2019. And so that was happiness. But just to say how many of these new starts I have finished, 7 of those as of today. So I know I won't get to finish all 13 of them because some of them were bigger projects. But I have 1 or 2 more that I'm thinking I might be able to eke out in the month of June, and that can open up some spots for Jolly July, which is what I'm trying to do. So I hope you have developed a plan of what you're going to stitch in June, even if it's just to stitch whatever you feel like when you wake up. I had that experience yesterday. I woke up and my schedule on my calendar indicated that I should be stitching Sleepy Hollow to meet a prompt. And I wasn't in the mood to stitch Sleepy Hollow, and I really wanted to spend my time working on my finishes from Maynia first. So I just decided I would skip that, pick out what I wanted, and I grabbed Let's Bark and I got started. And I'm very happy with the results. So who knows what tomorrow may bring? You'll have to wait and find out. In the meantime though, I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're stitching. I hope that you are making progress. If you are a project stitcher like me, where you stitch to finish, you want to see it in your home, you want to, you know, gift it or whatever, then I hope you're making great progress. And if you're a process stitcher, I know you're having fun whatever you're working on, and that's awesome. So enjoy. I hope that this video that I put out of cross stitching is a bit of an escape for you during this time, not only of isolation during COVID-19, but of our civil unrest that we're having right now, that everyone is having to grapple with. And I just want to say how sad it has made me, and you know, how you have to just always look at how you're treating everybody and make sure it's how you would want to be treated in every situation. So, but I will not get into any details here. I'm not gonna share any, you know, large conversation starters or anything like that, because I would really like, other than to just say what I did, to acknowledge that I am aware of what's going on, and I am grieved by that for our country and for the families that are involved. But I don't want this to be the focus of these videos. I want you to be able to watch them, to have a moment of respite from it, when you just need to rest your mind, and maybe just give your spirit a break. So please don't think I'm being uncaring or callous by not having a big discussion about it. Just understand that I think that there have been several floss tubers who've said it well, who have shared our feelings and our condolences and our concern and our love for each other, and in this community in particular, but in our country as well. And just understand what I'm trying to do is to provide you a little bit of a respite. And so I won't be talking about it a whole lot. Enough said for now, okay? Anyway, enjoy your stitching, and use it to as a balm to your soul. Happy stitching, everyone. Hi. I did get a bit flustered just a moment ago because I could hear Coco at the door. She wanted to come in. So I forgot to tell you how to register to win this. If you're interested, just put a comment in there for me that says you'd like to stitch the dog. That will be fine. And I will put that on a list and do a random number generator the next time that I do a video. So it could be as quick as a week or as long as 2 weeks, depending on how much stitching I get done and when I decide that it's time, you know, to put up another video. So do it quickly, if you will, and just put in there if you're interested in stitching the dog pattern. And I'll put your name in there for the drawing. Thanks. Happy stitching, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is Dina, and just a word of explanation for this next little clip. I had announced 5 winners of my giveaway recently, and I have gotten responses from 4 of the 5. I've reached out to the 5th one and I haven't been able to make contact with them. So I'm going to go ahead and draw again for the final one of the 5 projects that I wanted to give away. The pattern is the Giggles in the Snow by Mirabilia. And I am going to turn the camera around and do a random number generator, and we will pick a new winner in hopes that someone would be interested in claiming that pattern and be, you know, able to respond. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll put it in my clip, and I'll wrap it up for this week with a lovely little video of Coco. My husband recently came home with a new puzzle toy for Coco, and the puzzle toy is one in which you hide treats in different compartments, and it's shaped like a little bone and it spins around, but there are these little white plastic bone-shaped covers that you can put over some of the hidden spaces, and when the covers are in place, it keeps the bone from shifting enough for her to get the treats. So she has to learn to take the bones out, the little plastic covers out, in order to get the treat. This is only the 2nd time she's played with the toy that I filmed. The first time my husband made it very easy so she wouldn't get discouraged. And this time he made it very hard to see if she would be tenacious enough to stay with it. And she did, I'm happy to say. So I'm sharing that with you. I hope you enjoy it. I'll put it at the end in case you're not a little dog lover. But for those of you who enjoy Coco, here's her and her new puzzle. Okay, as I explained, I've never heard anything from the winner of the Giggles in the Snow pattern for my 5,000 subscriber celebration. So we're going to draw another name for that package. There were 64 people interested. So we'll put in 64 and type generate. And the winner is number 18, Sheila Norton. Sheila Norton, number 18. So Sheila, if you will send me an email to my email that I'll put in the Dropbox below, and give me your mailing address, I will be happy to put Giggles in the Snow in the mail to you as soon as possible. Congratulations, Sheila Norton. Oh, did you get one already?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she's smart.
Oh, there it goes. It's not too high on the table. Oh, there she goes now. Oh, there's 3 layers. Oh, there's one. Yeah, she found it. Checking out each side.
Wow, it's tricky, but she'll figure it out.
They're all the white things.
Mm-hmm. Come on down here so you can get to it easier. There you go. She'll figure it out. There's more. You keep trying. Yeah, there's more. Here, we'll put it on the ground for you. The others, you can do them too. All right, now you can.
She said, I'll just dump it out.
This is good. The first time she got them all really, really easy. There you go. There you go. Now, yep. There you go. There you go.
Well, that's not the toy.
I take that away from her because she'll eat that. Alright, there's more.
There's more cookie treating.
Oh. Move back over here. Get back in camera range. There you go. There you go.
She got it.
Now there's more.
How's there more?
Because the two vipers had it locked.
I had it so they couldn't open all the way.
Ah, that's a good girl. You got them all. Good girl.